What is up with it, everyone? Paul from Tyler's Productions here, and today we are back in Resident Evil 4, and this time we're going over the Professional's Guide for Chapter 1, 2, which is the first chapter you find the merchant, and the first time you see Luis Sierra. So, anyways, let's get right into it. Right after the cutscene, you'll have to dodge an attack from this Ganado, and right over here to your left side, there's going to be some handgun ammo that I suggest you go ahead and pick it up. This will help you later on as we're running through the canyon, a little trench run. So here's the merchant, of course. Like I said, this is the first time you'll ever see him, and he will never leave you throughout the game at all. Some rifle ammo. We're not going to be using this though. One of the easiest things to do is to stand back here. You see that little hole in the wall right over there? You can actually snipe from that and kill multiple enemies and just have them come running up through this doorway, so you don't have to worry too much about it. I think if you snipe the guys in the back, you won't even alert anyone, if I'm correct, but I've never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of sniping in Resident Evil 4 in general, so we're just going to go ahead and run through with our pistol and our shotgun. So, of course, right after we get to the merchant, we're going to buy a couple of things that we're going to need. We're going to upgrade our guns. Now, I always upgrade that handgun completely, 100%, and now, say you're out of ammo for a gun, right? And you have the ability to upgrade the capacity. Do that because you will get a full clip in your ammo right then and there. Pretty simple. So, and that's for any gun that you're out of ammo for, and it'll really help you. Now right here, if you guys also did what I did and got the ruby, you can go ahead and sell the ruby for a lot of money. And make sure you buy the attache cases when you have a chance. This way you can hold more items later on. Don't buy the treasure map. It's literally, there's no reason, it's just a waste of pesetas, and I will be showing you where all the treasures are in this game with this guide anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Make sure you're combining your cat's eyes with your beer sign, and you don't accidentally sell either one separately. This way you can get the most money out of the beer sign, and of course the most money for your run through. So I like to actually keep my attache case really organized. I put frag grenades in front of flash grenades and in front of incendiary grenades, and I put incendiary grenades in front of flash grenades. I do it mostly from deadliest, and more useful to less useful, even though the flash grenade is more useful during the nighttime sections and during more plaga sections. So anyways, if you come around this corner, you're going to go ahead and break those two barrels right there and get yourselves a red herb, or there might be shotgun shells in the one on the right. Now, this is the canyon. What we're going to be doing is running up to the right cliff after we get to the left part. So there's two chests in the actual canyon that we're gonna go ahead and loot. Now if you loot the one on the left first and then the one on the right, more enemies will spawn in. But if you loot the one on the right and then the one on the left, more enemies will not spawn in. So it really depends on what you guys want to do. I actually ended up going for the one on the left first and then the one on the right. This way I can make the most out of the pesetas and ammo that I would be getting from drops from the Ganados. So right here, there's going to be this guy that's going to alert everyone else in the canyon. Make sure you kill him. Now watch out, because they will all come sprinting at you at this point. There's a lot of guys in the canyon, and they're throwing dynamites, they're throwing their little hatchets, their tomahawks, all this different stuff. Just make sure that you stay on your toes, that you make sure that you know where all the enemies are, if there's enemies behind you, if they're gonna grab you, if they're gonna throw dynamite, all that different stuff. I suggest not knifing, but I am me, so I ended up just going ahead and going, why not? Let's just knife everyone. Had to use my golden egg. If you guys wanted to sell that with the merchant, you can. I did not. I completely forgot I even had the golden egg, if I'm honest with you. So I suggest using the shotgun for multiple enemies in the canyon. So when there's groups of them grouped up like this, you're gonna go ahead and use your shotgun to blast them away. Once you run inside of here, there's going to be some shotgun shells right here on this little shelf. Go ahead and pick those up and be ready for enemies to come running in from both sides. There's some inside of the building behind you, and there's some that's going to be coming through the front door, as you guys saw. All the enemies that came around, I think they're actually coming around the side. They all kind of just disbanded, which is kind of weird. And once you walk in here, you literally just see so many enemies. There's usually not this many. There's usually only two in here, which is the two on the left, the one in the green shirt, and the one I just shot that fell to the ground with the hat on. and the rest are just kind of climbing through the windows and everything like that. Make sure you're opening the lockers. This one will always have a flash grenade and will help you in the long run if you do need it. Now, I almost died here. There's a lot of them. I do not suggest cornering yourself in a building like I just did, because it is literally probably the dumbest thing you could ever do. But I did it because I just was getting completely destroyed by all these enemies. Frag grenades, like I said, will be the best, or hand grenades as they're called in Resident Evil, will be the best things for you guys to use, especially when there's groups of enemies in a small room like the one that we're in. So go ahead and climb right up this ladder. There's going to be an enemy right behind you unless he had jumped down, but I think he stays up here until you get up here. But this is the right half of the emblem that we're going to go ahead and pick up. Now more enemies will be spawning in because we went to the right side instead of the left. So, boom, you're going to go ahead and knock this down. Wait for them all to come around, and you can go ahead and shoot the right barrel and kill as many Ganados as you possibly can and as you possibly want to. Now just watch where the other ladder is. I don't think any more enemies will be coming up that ladder because there were none in there, so they're all going to be coming from the outside. And make sure that you're looting all the guys that you kill after this, and let's go ahead and head to the other side for the other piece of the emblem. Now, like I said, more enemies will spawn the second you get up here and the second you open it up. But just like the one over there by that house, there's going to be another red barrel that I suggest saving. I, for one, did not think to save it, so I shot it to kill this one Ganado like an idiot. But I suggest, like I said, kill the Ganado with just your pistol or your shotgun. Save that barrel for all the other Ganados to come running up, and then go ahead and do your thing and blow it up and kill, you know, a multitude of Ganados if you can. Once you pick up this emblem and you turn around, all these guys are sprinting up the hill, as you guys can see, and that's why I said the barrel would be right there, right where they just stopped. So if I would have left it there, I could have just shot the barrel and killed all three or all four of them so fast, and it would have just been amazing. But I'm me, and I didn't get a chance to. So watch out from the behind. If you guys are knifing anyone on the ground, I suggest during the canyon to use a lot of your ammo to shoot a lot of the enemies, and don't knife too many of them, because there are a lot of them and they will grab you from behind, they will throw hatchets at you, and they will try to blow you up with dynamite. Excuse me. So once you've killed all these guys, all you have to do is worry about two guys up behind you, up on these longer ladders and on the building. These guys kind of straggled behind the two of them that just didn't make it. Oh, there's a third one. Oh, fourth one, fifth one. You could like see them all running from the corner. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's actually amazing. Now, this is where a lot of incendiary grenades and hand grenades will come in handy. You can just toss them down, and as they're running up, just boom, blow them up, or, you know, light them all on fire with the incendiary grenade. Whatever works better for you, I suggest doing. It's really whatever preference comes from. And I almost died again. Professional is not easy. If you are playing on professional, if you are playing on normal and you're watching this guide, normal will be a lot easier. There'll be less enemies and all that. But if you're playing on professional, you will get hurt. You will probably die a lot. You run through health items and ammo like it's nothing. But don't fret, don't fear, because a lot of it is there's a big multitude of supplies with it, and you don't have to worry too much about it. So as you can see, I used my first aid spray because I got really lucky that I was even able to go ahead and get a first aid spray from that guy. That guy still threw a scythe at me and almost killed me, and I almost died, literally again. But if you just go ahead and push through, you can manage to get back down the hill and past all of these Ganados that are coming for you. And make sure you're killing them all. This way you don't accidentally get a hatchet in the back or anything like that, or any dynamite to go ahead and kill you, because that would be horrible. I have not died once for these guides, as you guys already know, because I've shown every bit of it, every ounce of where I'm going and everything like that. But I've come really close both times in both episodes already, which is insane if I'm honest. Now, once you come across the bridge and you have both of the emblems, you're gonna want to loot every single house and every single bit of it, especially if you just had a bad run like I did. So boom, we're gonna go ahead and grab this green herb and heal. Like I said, most of the stuff is random, but I will tell you if it's consistent drops for certain items and stuff like that. Now inside of this house, there's 2 guys above us that we're gonna go ahead and kill. But if you head inside this house, there's always going to be a yellow herb inside of the locker on the right side. So make sure you're always coming in here and picking that up. That'll help you later on when you're trying to increase your health and you need to increase your health, you know, when you're about to die. So right up here, like I said, there's 2 guys. Both of them actually carry dynamite. So make sure that you're just kind of pushing them back, kick them off if you have to, and let the dynamite just do the rest of the work. It helps save ammo and helps you guys a lot. And now we're just going to go ahead and kill the guy up here. Now, since there's only 2 of them, literally you can just knife, but I was just done at this point, and I didn't want to end up getting killed because the other guy climbed up the ladder and almost killed me. He tried to throw dynamite, ends up completely missing. I thought he would blow up himself, that's why I didn't really react to it. But, boom. Drop down. These are once you're dropping down or you're climbing up anything, those are actually invincibility frames, meaning that you cannot get hurt and you cannot die while those animations are actually happening. So say, like you guys just saw with the guy with the dynamite, when he hit the ground and he was about to explode, I jumped down because I knew until I hit the ground and until Leon comes back up to full stance, I cannot die, I cannot get hurt by the explosion, which is pretty cool to know in case you guys didn't know that. But we're gonna go ahead and combine the emblem and put it right inside. Now we're gonna head to this little factory that's right in the back, and with this we're gonna get something called the Elegant Mask, which I will be showing you guys in a couple of seconds. This is the factory I'm talking about. We're almost at the end of this chapter anyway. This chapter is a very, very short one. Very limited enemies for this chapter, which is just the canyon run, the factory run, and that's it. That's legitimately all of the enemies you have to fight for this chapter. So it does have you run through ammo, which is a negative and a con for the chapter, but a positive is it's a very short chapter, not too long, and you get yourself an Elegant Mask. That's the Elegant Mask I was talking about right there. You get it towards the end of the factory. Make sure you are not missing this, because this is a key part of treasure that you guys can sell later on to get more pesetas. Now if you come to the very right side of the door, the guy will actually usually point at you, but I think I kind of messed it up a little bit. I don't think I hit the side of the door that I was supposed to. You're supposed to be at the very, very corner of it, and you're supposed to kick it open there, and then he'll just go IDS or whatever he's gonna say, and you don't have to worry about it, him attacking you or throwing something at you right away. But we're just going to use the shotgun. I'm out of handgun ammo. If you're out of handgun ammo, I suggest using the shotgun. If you still have handgun ammo, I suggest using that. This way you're not running through your more powerful weapons in case you have to, suddenly use them. You get surrounded by enemies, you got to use your shotgun, whatever. Now, right in here, what we're going to do is, once we jump through this window, we're going to duck down right behind the dumpster. Don't go through the right window, go through the most left window right by the dumpster. Turn, crouch, and these guys are going to load up their dynamite. Try to shoot the dynamite out of the air. With the shotgun, since it has a pellet spray, I managed to hit it once they threw it. But if you have a handgun, make sure you're aiming directly towards dynamite as it's either flying through the air or while they're holding it. Or you can wait for them to light up more and then shoot it, whatever works for you guys. For me, I got lucky with the shotgun and managed to literally kill them all. Once you shoot the dynamite, all the enemies behind that barrier will die. They will all explode, 100% guarantee that. Now this guy came out of nowhere. He scared me. I had no clue he was even coming through the door. Enemies will come through the door in the back side of the room, so make sure you're always on guard and you're ready for it. I let my guard down a little bit and managed to almost die. But once you go through this, you only got 2 Morganatos to actually fight. Now, this game has adaptive difficulty, which means if you're doing really well, more enemies will spawn and they'll be harder to kill and they'll hurt you more. But if you're getting hurt a lot, they'll give you more health items, they'll give you less enemies to fight and all that different stuff. So make sure you're utilizing that to your ability. So if oh, I'm doing really bad, I'm on professional, all these enemies are going to come kill me. No, it's adaptive difficulty, like I said. Once you get into this room, make sure you're grabbing the Elegant Mask before you dip out, because you cannot come back once you finish this chapter. So, Boom, we're gonna go ahead and take the elegant mask, and we're gonna dip out. Now, there's only one more Ganado to fight in this chapter in general, and what you're gonna do is open up this door, push all the way down here. Now, like I said, the depth of difficulty, sometimes there's a guy down here ready for you, or there's multiple guys coming and running up the hill or the ramp, and if they're not there, that means that there's just this Ganado waiting for you all the way over here by the fish. So we're gonna go ahead and kill him, and now we're gonna do one of the biggest things that you could do, especially for a professional, is get health items that you would not necessarily have if you don't do this. So make sure you're grabbing handgun ammo down here. You're gonna grab your flash grenade and your pesetas that are stuck inside of the water, and you're gonna go ahead and see all these fish that are down here. You're gonna knife them to death. You're gonna go ahead and kill them because they are health items, and they will help you in the long run. I swear they will. Make sure you have enough attache case space for you to actually be able to do this. I was somehow missing this fish, but they're very slippery, and you're just gonna have to like wait for them to like run into a wall, run up to it, and just knife as much as possible. You will eventually kill them, I swear. Boom. Some of these fish actually only take one hit to kill. Some take 2 or 3. It really just depends on the fish, I guess. The smaller ones I think take 2 hits. The big one takes 1 hit. So all you're gonna do is boom, go ahead and kill as many fish as possible. Kill them all in here. I think there's like, let's see, there's 4 small fish and there's 1 big one. So there's 5 fish altogether. Make sure you're killing all 5 and you're not too worried about it. But this will help you in the long run, I swear. If you guys don't want to kill the fish, that's up to you. Don't have to, but like I said, it is definitely a positive for you guys later on in the game. And I think I lost the fish a little bit. I was like, where the hell did he go? Couldn't find him. All you had to do is look at the water. You'll see him kind of like flopping around. You can see, you know, the air bubbles and all that. And boom, we got all 5 of the fish. So now let's go ahead and finally finish and end this chapter. I was looking around just to see if there's any more, but nope, there is only 5. 4 small, 1 big one, 5 fish altogether inside of this little fish cage, I guess you would say. So once you head up here, you're gonna be right outside of the Big Cheese's house. Now there's gonna be some crows here. If you shoot the actual dynamite off, you'll be able to kill both of them over here and pick up some pesetas or whatever else they'll drop. Like I said, the drops are random, so it's not 100% sure what they'll drop. But if you look directly to your left, there's a little well with a pendant on it. Make sure you're shooting the back piece, this way that you're not having a dirty pendant, and you'll get more money from a clean pendant. Make sure that you're doing that, of course, and you don't accidentally open it up before you actually pick up the pendant or shoot the pendant off. Now inside this house, we're going to go ahead and break this box, pick up this handgun ammo, and now we are going to continue onward to the end of the chapter. This is the end. This is the Big Cheese's house, the big dude that we saw back in chapter 1.1 at the end when we found Luis. And what we're gonna do is use this little code. All you gotta do is put 1 up once and left once, and that is the exact code for it. Not too hard, pretty simple if you ask me. And this is his room. Make sure you're looting everything. If you come over here to the wardrobe, you'll get some pesetas from that. On the bed will be a note that you're gonna go ahead and pick up if you want all the files for the game. Now over there, if you look at his desk, there's going to be some handgun ammo sitting in here. All of this is consistent. None of this will ever change. I actually tried breaking this window because it looked like it could be broken. It gets broken in a cutscene that will come in the next professional's guide. But make sure you guys are picking up the insignia key. That is the most important thing that we're going to need. And here we are at the end of the chapter. This is the final cutscene. The Big Cheese will come and attack you, and that will be the end of the chapter. So anyways, guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope this helped you guys for getting through Resident Evil 4 on Professional in Chapter 1-2. And hopefully you guys join me in other videos and on our next Professionals Guide. So anyways, like I said, with that, we're going to go ahead and end the video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an out.